What's up, YouTubers and YouTutors? Yeah. Oh, I just ate so much cheese, so much cheesy gnocchi, and it's hitting me hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hitting me hard. Heck yeah, I love chocolate milk. Also, can you guys hear me and all that? I know last time the drums were just coming out of only the left side and my voice was only coming out of the right, but I think I fixed it. I hope I fixed it. I still gotta warm up. Cheese. Eating a bunch of cheese doesn't warm up your hands. Who'da thunk? How many hours a day do I practice? It varies to the point where I can't put a number on it. It's a number greater than 1 hour usually, greater than 2 hours usually, but usually fewer than 4. Somewhere in there. Also, since I got an Ekit, I want to get more into like electronic kind of drumming, like breakbeat stuff and whatnot, but like breakbeats and odd meters. The pad tapping. I don't know what to do about that. I'll just have to shut off my microphone or get it out the way. Seth, the flow, to get the flow. Just don't give a fuck. Just don't care about anything at all. And I don't know if that's a good answer. And just rip off drummers that flow. That's all I do. I just rip off other drummers that are better than me. Ooh, a silly linear chop. Let me go back to normal drums. I'm all about the hand-foot stuff, but I feel bad doing that at home most of the time because it's really loud with the kick pedal. And just like working that in the middle of like a bunch of 16th notes. All right, that's going to be it. It's right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right kick, left kick, right kick, left kick. There you go. Silly chop. Paradiddle diddles in 7. Taking that further and weirder. Orchestrating. That's a weird one. Let me see. Right, left, right, left, left. Right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So you could kind of pick out like the accent pattern in that. It's like 4, 4, 3, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, bam. And yeah, I would start by improvising orchestrations. Well, not necessarily improvising orchestrations, but playing different orchestrations of that pattern. So maybe start by breaking away like all of the single strokes. If I could even do it. I probably can't do this. And that's just kind of a starting point. And then maybe see if you could use that sticking between like just kick, snare, and hi-hats to make a groove out of it. In that case, you might fudge the sticking around a little bit, or substitute kick in place of the hands. That kind of thing. I'm not sure what that one's. Hi-hat rolls 5-stroke and broken landing lefts. I'm not sure what that means. Could you elaborate, please? Broken landing lefts and rights on the snare within a beat. Are you talking about that kind of thing, like those splits? Hi-hat stomp on an Ekit. That's it. Works pretty much the same, but I splurged and got like an actual hi-hat thing that can attach to a hi-hat stand and a clutch, which, yeah, I need that for my own sanity. Makes a huge difference. I don't know what that is. That was kind of cool. So, building beats with a 6-stroke roll. So, right, left, left, right, right, left. So, you could play ghost notes on the snare drum, or you could play double strokes on the hi-hats. Maybe start by playing everything on the hi-hats except the back beats. So you could play like right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right, right, left. And then just put kick on 1 and 3 to start. And then maybe add just like only eighth notes on the bass drum to build it up a bit. And then you could put some of those doubles on the snare drum. Or you could play 6-stroke roll as 16th notes. And you could play it as triplets in the last beat. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a da 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 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 and E. that kind of thing. Do I practice with the metronome or practice with the Miro? I don't. Metronome? Mirror? I don't know. Yes to both. Metronomes and mirrors. Hi-hat open stomp. It kind of works on the Ekit. I kind of really dig in with my heel, though, and it really shakes the floor, and I feel self-conscious about it, so I don't do it too much. It makes me sad because I used to love stomping the shit out of my other hi-hat pedal, but what are you going to do? You are welcome, Manu. So actually, I've been working with this fun metronome thing lately. So check this out. I'm going to hook up my phone to the drum computer via Bluetooth, and then you guys should be able to hear the click, I hope, because it's not something that I can really program in the drum computer itself. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Yes, I am using an Ekit right now because I am confined to my apartment for who the hell knows how long. And the studio space that I rent out where I got my acoustic drums, they are closed because of reasons. So yeah, this is what I'm working with for now. And honestly, it's not that bad. It's not ideal, you know, it's not as good as acoustic drums, but it gets the job done. Can't remember the speed I was practicing at. But point is, we have like an unequal click. Got like a long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short, long, short. 1, 2, 3, da, 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 da. So you could kind of feel it like quintuplets. Like. Whoops. But then you could also feel it like septuplets or sevens. It's hard to switch back into quintuplets. Oh, I think I do it faster usually. So this drum, oh hang on, let me shut this click off. So this drum actually has a rim zone on each drum, which is pretty cool. So you get noticeably different rim shots compared to just center hits. Which that's real cool, because I'm a big fan of the old rim shots. Favorite style of playing? 6 strokes, 5 strokes. I like them all. I like the 3s and the 4s and the 5s and the 6s and the 7s and the 8s and the 9s and the 10s and the 11s and the 12s and the 13s and the 14s and the 15s and the 16s. I like them all because they all work together. They are all one thing. Do I have a day job? Kind of. Teaching, mostly. I teach private lessons for a living, somehow. The virus stuff's definitely made it a little more difficult, but most of my students have transferred to like online lessons, which is super cool. And also that's open to anyone that's watching. I'm doing online lessons, so if you want to take some lessons with me one-on-one, hit me up. We'll work something out. But before I was able to do music stuff full-time, I worked at a grocery store for like 3 years, and it was miserable. So the Metronome amp I was using is Time Guru. It's I don't think it has a free version, but it's like $2 or something. It's like $2 or $3. It's great. You could just very easily put all of these different subdivisions and groupings together, which is how I'm making this uneven click. But let me get back to jamming on this for a little bit, because this is fun. So this is a concept that a buddy of mine, Joel Turcotte, who's a crazy drummer, he was like, check out this click exercise. You could take like a but then subdivide that differently around that rhythmic structure. So you could kind of switch between like 4/4 and 11/8. And it's like Matt Garska does that kind of stuff a ton too. It's very cool. But this is a same idea applied a little differently. bunch more stuff. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got. Still so full of cheese, everybody. Oh, so what is the snare sample I'm using? This is the brass snare, number 43 in the TD-17. And I have tape 4 for the muffling. I did not adjust the tuning at all, or the EQ, or multi-effects, or any of that, or even the level. I don't think I messed with the level. I'm at minus 3 dB. But yeah, brass snare, tape 4 muffling. Ooh. With all the information on the internet to become better on the drums, do you think that personal lessons are needed? Absolutely 100% yes. And I wonder if that's the Juan Mendoza, I think it is. If so, that would be cool. But yeah, in-person lessons, like, there's no substitute for having someone stand over you and listen to you in real time. Like, there are so many things that just don't translate well to an online lesson format, unfortunately. Like, it's really hard for me to gauge, like, a student's touch or tone over the internet, especially because most of us are on electronic kits, or at least most of my students are on electronic kits because they live in the city. So yeah, I think in-person lessons are super, super, super necessary for all of the subtle details, especially. And also just like being able to, from the student's perspective, being able to like watch a skilled person do the thing. I mean, there's no substitute for that. And like same goes with live music. Go see live music. It's so necessary. Those glitch patterns. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know exactly what I did. Might just be like a little paradiddle diddle thing. But you line up the snare with the kick. And then you could just like triplet-fy it. Let me see if I could do it in context. It's very much like a Mark Juliana, Nate Wood kind of thing. Still not used to how totally responsive or so bouncy the E heads are, the mesh heads. Guilty music pleasure. I don't have any guilty pleasures. I fucking own up to it. I shamelessly like... I don't know. What would people even consider like a guilty pleasure at this point? I mean, I still think System of a Down are super badass. Someone was not into that opinion the last time I did a live stream. But yeah, I don't know. When playing in quintuplets or septuplets, how do I approach the fast stuff, fast chops? I think in numbers a lot. I'm big fan of numbers in drumming and thinking of combinations as like 3-stroke or 5-stroke or 4-stroke combinations, and quintuplets, for example. Let's say we're doing like a 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 that. Woo. So quintuplets, 5s, kind of, or 10s. You know, if you double each of those. So instead of thinking of it relating to 5s, maybe I'm thinking, all right, I have 10 spaces I need to fill, or 20 spaces. What are different ways I could string together combinations of 3, 4, or 5, or 6, or whatever to add up to 20? And then trial and error from there. So much trial and error. And just like writing out a bunch of different combinations. And same with the 7s. So if you double 7, you got 14. How many different practical ways can you break or group strokes that add up to 14? You know, like 5, 5, and 4, 5, 4, 5, 4, 5, 5, 3, 3, 3, 5. That kind of thing. And just do like all those permutations, and you'll start training your ear to like hear in faster quintuplets or faster septuplets. And then once your ear is able to latch onto that stuff more, your hands can follow, I find. Any tips on coming up with interesting phrasing? Take your favorite lick or your favorite chop or whatever you want to call it, favorite pattern, and begin it an 8th note later in the beat or a 16th note later in the beat, and see how that makes it feel. So I did a quick demonstration of this last time, but let's say I just have doubles, snare, snare, kick, kick, snare, snare, kick, kick, and I'll play those as 8th notes under quarter notes on the hi-hats. So I'm thinking 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Now if I offset the snare and kick by a 16th note, so everything is happening on like the E, of each beat, it's not even going to sound like 8th notes, really. It just sounds super janky. So like, and then offset, and then put it back on, and offset. And that's just a starting point. And I think that's a great way to take things that are otherwise conceptually pretty simple and make them sound super crazy or advanced or whatever word you want to use for it. Just makes them a little bit more interesting. Do I go to jazz clubs in the city? Jazz clubs, not too much. I go to more like small venue stuff for like rock and metal type gigs, or just like fusion, whatever. There like aren't too many jazz specific clubs around Boston these days, or at least not in the way that people think of jazz most of the time. Karim Ziad. That name sounds familiar, but I can't say I've heard of that person. I will need to do homework. How do you get tasty with the drunk bear? I'm sure that was meant to be beat, but delayed lead hand. I don't think I understand the question. But in any case, flams. Flams make everything sound drunk and thick. Oh, so drunk. Oh, yeah. But for real, the coolest flam is the kick and digging into the ride and hitting the rim shot and the snare. That's the truth. Yeah, that's all that Vinny Colaiuta good stuff. Best albums for improving jazz drumming. What kind of jazz? Are we talking swing, or are we talking more like modern jazz? Because if you're thinking swing, I mean, either way, I'm probably not the right person to ask, if I'm being honest. But I want to bring some of this weird odd meter quintuplet-y stuff to like these electronic sounds. Like I got this 808 kick for the floor tom. Oh yeah. That's a hard little thing with the left hand. Your left hand's kind of playing this like displaced swing rhythm. Can I left hand blushta? Is that a challenge? Now, can I alternate? That's a challenge. Barely. What was I even doing before? Oh yeah, break beats in odd meters. I was doing something yesterday, like a break beat in 5, but that little, that's hard to do fast. Oh, no. Oh, no. I should be able to do that. Oh, no. Ooh. That cheesy gnocchi is slowing me down. It's gunking up my joints. How to improve four-limb coordination. Oof, that is... there's no one short answer. Learn different styles of music and do things where it's like holding down patterns with maybe your feet, and then do different things with your left hand, which kind of comes down to like take lessons and learn how to use the Syncopation book. This thing, Progressive Steps to Syncopation for the Modern Drummer. It is $7.99 US. You will not regret it. But once you open the Syncopation book, you could use all of the rhythms in there. Like, you could play swing, which sounds hilarious with these electronic sounds. Or you could do like this Charleston second line kind of thing. And yeah, just kind of like assigning different patterns to each limb. And I like using polyrhythms also. Polyrhythms are a lot of fun for practicing coordination. Oh, yeah, that was another thing I was working on yesterday. This, like, Billy Cobham groove, which sounds hilarious, because this is not a very dynamic snare. Usually it sounds like... But with the Ekit, I've been using these fun little tom-tom, this little boom, 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 boom. Ooh, that's a workout. See if I could do it more than like 1.5 times. Ooh. Get that upbeat in the hi-hat in there. Show us how you recon. One should hold sticks properly. I don't understand the question totally, if I'm being honest. Getting hung up on the word recon in there. But generally, when I hold the sticks, I create like a fulcrum, usually between like a combination of my pointer and middle fingers. Depending what exactly I'm playing, sometimes it shifts to more like middle finger and thumb, and then sometimes it's more pointer finger and thumb. And that still enables me to like use my fingers and stuff and kind of keeps the sticks loose in my hand. I'm also trying to get those 5-stroke groupings down. Ugh. It's easier on a real cymbal. Tips for coming up with phrases for backbeat fills. Yeah. Go slow and go like one rhythmic rate at a time. So let's say you want to play your backbeats on 2 and 4. Wherever else backbeats would be in 4/4. So maybe you could play like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1. So I'm just kind of almost moving around wherever the heck I want, but I'm always hitting a backbeat on 2 and 4. Now maybe it would be easier to practice this in more of like a halftime feel to give the groove a little bit more breathing room. Maybe more like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 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 1 and 2 and 3 and floor and 3 and floor and and once you feel pretty good with eighth notes, then try triplets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then work your way up to like 16th notes. Or quintuplets or 16th triplets, and then you just start mixing rhythmic rates together. That kind of stuff. Some cool 5 and 7 ostinatos. Yeah, so with the 5 and 7 stuff, I'm usually thinking of like a groove kind of setting, or whatever you want to call it, like backbeat stuff. So I'm usually thinking of like ostinatos with my hands more so than my feet. Though it would be really good practice if I start doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, yeah, that's going to send me down a rabbit hole. But for now, I kind of chill with like 3 main patterns on the hi-hats for quintuplets. So you could do like all the odd partials. So I'm doing like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or you could do like the 1, 3, 4, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1, or you could do like 1 2 4, which I think is the hardest one to get a feel for. 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1, and then I would start just like adding basic kick and snare to that. And then the second hi-hat, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. And the last one, 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5 1 2 3 4 5. And then you could just add more kick and snare to each of those. Hey, someone gave me money. Thanks so much. Cool. But for septuplets, we could do kind of the same thing. So we could, now we're going to have more possibilities because there are more spaces to fill. So septuplets, we got 7 parts. So we could start by playing just all the odd partials. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1. And then we could kind of do permutations of that last stroke. So then we could have 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. I like this one because it sounds like not my real dad, not my real dad, not my real dad. What was that? Whitest Kids You Know or whatever? Not my real dad, not my real dad. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1, and then the last one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 1. That was a really, really long answer, and then you just build grooves around all of those. Next hi-hat pattern. Next one. Whoops. Not my real dad, not my real dad, not my real dad, not my real dad. Last one. Yeah. Teach some wacky, impressive jazz stuff to impress a jazz drummer. I don't know. I don't know if it would impress, like, a legitimate jazz drummer, you know? Jazz drummers are pretty damn good. And usually, I don't know, people aren't like looking to get impressed most of the time. But let's see, what was this thing that probably wouldn't do it. Jazz drummers are like, I know that shit. That's super easy. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to play straight eighth notes on the snare drum under just a regular swing pattern. Here we go. Yeah. That's nice. That would impress me. All right. I got there's another quintuplet request. I'm going back to the weird electronic kit. So these are quintuplets. You like hearing my breathing and my struggling to intake air while I do things? Do I do this? Do I do this often or just because of COVID-19? Well, it's something that I really wanted to do for a really long time. I just never had drums and reliable internet in the same place pretty much ever in my adult life, which is kind of weird. So yeah, because the studio space I rent, they don't have Wi-Fi, and yeah, like I can't really stream using just the network because sometimes like I'll just have calls drop and whatnot in there. So I do not trust a live stream. But yeah, so since I have been kind of stuck at home, I decided to panic purchase an electronic drum set so I don't totally lose my mind and potentially all of my faculty. But yeah, it's something I'm going to continue doing ideally after things return to whatever normal becomes. Hey, cool. I'm glad you dig those 5 and 7 patterns. And yeah, that yeah, what was that? The bunch of fives and a seven challenge. Cool. I'm glad you like that. And Uruguay, that's a cool country. I did a project on Montevideo when I was like maybe in 7th grade or something. Seems like a beautiful country. I would love to see it someday. Do I like Mason Guidry? Yes. That dude is absolutely terrifying on the drums. What he does is so fucking cool, and I try to cop as much stuff as I can wrap my head around, but like, whew, he does some of the seriously some of the craziest stuff I've ever seen. Like, I did not know half the things that he did were even possible for a human. I've never tried Superior Drummer. Yeah, I don't know. I've never like experimented much with like programming drums or like electronic stuff in really any capacity. But I need to explore this big scary world. The model of this kit, this is a Roland TD17 KV, I think. Just look it up. It's all over the place. I got some other add-ons and things to make it more playable for me. So what I spent is not a totally accurate depiction. See you later, Nico. Thanks for hanging out. Have a good night. Anyway, I'm going to get back to punishing my left hand with breakbeat stuff. Ah! Oh no. I used to know how to do this. I'm schwitzing over here. Oh boy. I've been playing for about 18 years. Just over 18 years. Oh no, I lost it. Oh, okay, I'm going to give my left hand a break for a second. That's a good question for like finding or like getting a fill back or getting something back. I don't know. It kind of depends. Sometimes I just have to like throw myself into it violently over and over until it like snaps back into place. Other times it's way better to just like slow it down again and let the muscle memory catch up. Yeah. Depends entirely though on what it is. There's some stuff where like I just can't get it back in a given session, and that happens sometimes, and you get used to it. Head is so bouncy. All right, I'm gonna put a metronome on real quick because I want to figure out this thing I was doing in 5 yesterday, if you don't mind. Beard tips. I wash it, keep it clean, and I pull on it all the time just because it's like a nervous habit. And I'm going to probably take a big hunk of it off pretty soon. It's getting absolutely insane, and it's like always in my mouth and shit, and I'm getting tired of it. So we got my little triangle click in 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ding, 2, 3. Ooh, I'm rushing. I will not slow it down. Don't even think about it. Going against my own advice. Ha! Watch out, J.D. Beck. I'm coming for you. I'm only twice your age. Oh, God. How was that? How was that breakbeat in 5? Does anyone even care? Ooh, I want to push that so crazy fast. That was 160. Ugh, realistically, I want to get that to like 200. That would be so cool. Oh, fuck, that's fast. I can't do that. Ooh. Nope. Nope. Maybe 180. After like a few days. Oh, I'm going to be able to play so fast and so quietly by the end of this time. Provided it literally takes months for things to get back on track. Oh, no, now I can't remember what I was playing. Cool, that was 180. In that case, I feel like 200's doable. But that's going to take a while to work up to. That's wicked fast. It helps if your hair covers your eyes. It's funny you mentioned that. I used to have super long hair. I'm talking like over 10 years ago, but I used to have hair that would cover my nipples. It was really long hair. Now I have a different kind of hair that covers my nipples. Now I start talking about nipples. Now I'm not going to be able to play this. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that sounds weird. There we go. There's 2 on top of it. I'm getting sloppy. Ooh. I'm going to take a break on that one. This is cool. I so far made $5.50 on this. Or $5.5. I would assume that's $5.50. That's wild. That's like several days of ad revenue. Thanks, Doug. Thanks for watching, my guy. All the way from Tokyo. That's very far from where I am. That's so cool, though. I always wanted to go to Japan. My brother lived in Japan for a short while and has been there a bunch of times. It seems like a really cool place. So if you feel embarrassed or disappointed in parts, so maybe try building a song around a drum part. So just like come up with a part that you think is cool and then make other people work around what you're doing. Provided that like you're playing in a band or something, because a lot of times the bands I play in will compose that way. Well, some of the time we'll compose that way, where like the first thing that happens is some weird drum groove that I accidentally played at a practice session or something, and then they'll try to build things around that, try some different things out. And it's like if you go in with something that you're already feeling pretty good about, chances are the other people will kind of be able to come up with their own thing that they can feel good about too. Might just have to change your compositional approach a little bit. I'm like obsessed with that buzzy roll sound. Especially with this sample. It's like super, super sensitive. Sorry to anyone that's wearing headphones. So boomy. Remember this from before? I never relaxed into that before. For buzz rolls, or at least on this mesh kit, I dig in pretty hard. But also like really keeping the stick to like your absolute fingertips. And you could almost like leverage more buzz by just like pulling in your back fingers a little bit against the stick. And then just like try to see how long you could get it to buzz for. I could keep it going way longer with my right hand than I can with my left. Yeah. Woo! Whew. And it's easier on like a real tightly tuned drum. Or if you're playing on an actual snare drum, it's a lot easier to do buzzes closer to the edge. So how can you tell? So there's a difference between... Here, let me switch to like a more... There we go. So with a buzz, you like can't really hear any separation in the strokes. It sounds much more like a hum instead of like with that, you could hear ba-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da. I could almost count how many strokes are happening. But if I try to buzz it, there's no way you could quantify how many strokes or count how many strokes are happening there. It's much more a instead of So that's kind of how you could tell if you're doing them right or not. Another thing that I'm not used to, I'm playing in socks right now. I never play in socks. Especially because I have such tiny feet. It's so hard to control the pedals. But that's what I'm going to blame my sloppy kick on, is wearing socks. I'll do what every other professional does. I make excuses for my deficiencies. All right, I've been doing this for like a half hour. I'll probably do this for maybe like another 5 or 10 minutes or so. So if you got any more questions, get them in. Otherwise, I'm just gonna sit here and think about how much cheese I ate like 10 minutes before I started the stream. Oh. Whew. So now that same Billy Cobham thing with the normal sounding drums. All right, I'll stop with that. I'm not doing a foot cam. What is this, Pornhub? Get out of here. But for building the speed with fast 30-second stuffs, start with like 1 or 2 combinations and learn to play those couple of combinations super, 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 super fast. So for me, one of the combinations that felt like it really broke me out of a box was just right, left, kick. And just like practicing this until I could play it super fast. And then stringing it with like a beat of single strokes beforehand. So right, left, kick. And then, maybe work up another pattern. So another pattern that I worked up kind of early on in my development of like the faster stuff was right, left. Let me start that over. Right, left, kick. That was like, I have that big YouTube video on it from like 5 years ago, recorded in one of the Berkeley rooms. But it's a 6-stroke combination. I apparently can't play it anymore. And then learn to play that one really fast. And really it's just the same thing as like right, left, kick with an extra right, left in front of it. And then start finding different orchestrations. So to me, that what I was just doing is still right, left, kick. I'm just putting the second right-hand stroke on a cymbal and then adding a kick with that. Right, left, kick. Right, left, kick. And then with that one, you get the added bonus of the kick always lands on like the third triplet if you're playing it as triplets. And then it's got like that, the swung up beat going on. But since that's a 6-stroke combination, you also want to be able to play that 6-stroke combination as 16th notes or 32nd notes. So you could have 6, 6, 4, which adds up to 16. And repeat that twice, 32. So I'm doing right, left, kick, right, left, kick, right, left, kick. 6 + 6 + 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 1. Oh, 1. Oh no, 1. 1, 2. 1, 2. Oh, wow. I cannot count and do that at the same time. Shame on me. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. All right, there we go. That kind of stuff. That was sloppy as all hell, but I think the concept hopefully comes through. And then it's just a matter of like expanding upon a couple patterns that you can like play in your sleep, essentially. So that's kind of where the fast stuff comes from. Yeah, the linear ghost note groove. I still use that thing. It's fucking great. I don't remember what exactly I did at the end there, but there was definitely some displacement thing going on. It's this thing. Let me put a metronome on, because I can't count that out loud, because the kick lands like a 16th just before beat 1. And, yeah. I'm going to get myself back in 4/4 here. Oh, I'm hearing all kinds of crazy stuff in my headphones. I must be getting, like, some kind of interference. Oh, I'm sorry. I think the kick happens on the E of beat 1. You want to see me play on actual proof? Maybe someday. Ah, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah. So to me, 32nd notes and 16th notes are pretty interchangeable. But triplets have like a really distinct feel to them, because everything is like 3 or 6 strokes spaced evenly in the span of a single beat. So yeah, there is a distinction between taking just like a 6-stroke combination and playing it as triplets. So if I just took like right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, right, left, left, but play them as triplets, the accent always lands on a beat. So I'm kind of playing 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. But if I took that same 3-stroke grouping and played it as 16th notes, now my right hand isn't always going to line up with the beat, because I'm just taking a 3-stroke pattern, but I'm placing it into beats that are divided into 4 equal parts, like 3E and 4E and And now I'll play it as triplets. And 16ths. And now 16th triplets. There we go. And 9s, because I'm an asshole. Now these are 32nd notes. So now each beat is divided into 8 parts. 1, 2, 3. But since I'm playing a 3-stroke grouping, everything resolves in 3 beats. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I hope that makes sense. Because, yeah, like, I had the opposite problem. Where it was like, I understood the stuff, but I couldn't get my body to do it. I almost wish I had it the reverse, but it's all good. All right, I think I'm going to call it quits for tonight. But thanks, everyone, for hanging out. And thanks again to that person that threw me a couple bucks. That's really cool. But for real, that means a lot. Because this is fun for me. And if I can make money and have fun, well then, shit. Oh, but triplets, 3 strokes in quintuplets. Yeah, that's a thing. You get that 5-against-3 polymeter going on. And you thought I wouldn't. But, yeah. Cool. So, yeah, hopefully I'll be doing this again real soon. I'll try to give you guys some more notice. This was kind of impulsive. I was just like, I want to see if I fix the audio thing. And it seems like I did for the most part. If y'all were getting, like, hit with some static sounds every now and then, I think that's on my end. It's been happening at least with, like, my private students. And I don't know if it's, like, an electrical issue or what. But I haven't been able to figure out that part yet. So if there was a bunch of static, sorry about that. And I hope there wasn't. But I'm going to go be with the cheese that's within me. And yeah, I'll see y'all next time. Thanks for hanging out.